Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when we have Rahu, otherwise known as the north node of the moon, placed in your second house. So, before we begin, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do offer all kinds of awesome services and products and courses and all kinds of stuff, so you can check those out. And right now they are on sale, so you can go to gebotheshaman.com to see all my bundle sales on all my courses, products, and services, and all that stuff. I have my Vedic Astrology certification course that walks you through how to become a certified Vedic astrologer and how I do my readings. And not only that, but when you pass that course, you will get your very own website to become a Vedic astrologer, a professional Vedic astrologer. And then we have the readings that we do. I do my standard reading that I do for everybody, and then I have readings where I go into depth about your career and your relationships, things like that. And then I have my birth time rectification service. So if you don't know your exact birth time, it is very important because that is how your whole chart is set up based on your birth time, your exact birth time, and not your sun sign. So that's very important. All right, so Rahu in the second house. So in order to understand what this position means, we need to understand what Rahu means, and then we'll talk about what the second house means. We put them together and create our own analysis from that. All right, so what is Rahu? Rahu is, sorry, I'm just adjusting myself. Rahu is the planet of addiction, obsession, compulsion, thinking or acting without thinking. It's the impulses that we have. You could say our sexual drive, our sexual impulses. Also addictions to food, alcohol, drugs, sex, all kinds of things. So that is so Rahu, I'll just explain the kind of narrative to you. So in Vedic astrology, Rahu, also known as the north node of the moon in Western, Rahu is a severed head. He is, they call it a demon, but it's not really a demon. Anyway, so Rahu is like kind of a trickster. He puts smoke and mirrors in front of you. He is an illusionist. So Rahu represents your delusions, your illusions, your attachments, the things that you are strongly attached to. Rahu represents your desire for incarnation, your desire for coming into this world, the purpose that you have for coming into this world. And so that's what your Rahu placement can represent. All right, so Rahu is the head without the body. It is always, it's seeking to fulfill its bodily, fleshly desires. It is wanting to go into those attachments, get its carnal needs fulfilled. So it wants to eat, it wants to enjoy life, so it'll eat and eat and eat and eat all kinds of different things, the best foods, whatever. And what happens is it wants to eat so it can feel satiated, so it can feel full. However, it's just the head, so anything that it eats falls out its neck, basically. And so there's wherever your Rahu placement is, there's a sense of not feeling fulfilled, not feeling satiated, not feeling full. And there's a lack there. And so there's also some obsession, addiction there as well, that you need to go into that path so that you can, you want to basically fulfill yourself. So you end up going into wherever your Rahu is placed. So anyway, so that is Rahu, and then we'll talk about what, let me see here, just checking on time. Alright, so we'll talk about what the second house means. So your second house is the house of money, finances. So I like to explain the second house as well, as the 11th house. It is the 11th house from the 4th house. So the 11th house is the house of gains, and then the 4th house is the house of your mother, your relationship with your mother. So this being the 11th house from the 4th house, it represents the gains from your mother. So when we are infants, our mother does things and interacts with us in a way that makes us feel good about ourselves and builds up our self-value, and that's what the second house is all about. So we gain our value, we gain our appreciation for ourselves and our value in the world through our mother's nourishment. So second house is mother's nourishment. Second house is our savings, is our values, is our net worth, our net worth, our worth, our self-worth, how we think about ourselves and things like that. The value that we have of ourselves. So now with let's see. So second house represents it goes along with the second sign, which is Taurus. So when you think of the second house, you can think of Taurus energy, and that is all about obtaining wealth, obtaining values, obtaining valuable possessions, and having material things, material items, luxury items, things like that. And so it's very, it's very into the material world, and so this is your self-esteem, your self-value can be seen through the second house. All right, and then we have Rahu in the second house. So what does Rahu do when he's in the second house? So we have Rahu, the planet of obsession and addiction, in the house of value, worth, material possessions, things like that. So when these two things combine, they are essentially, you have a very determined individual who is hell-bent on achieving material wealth in this life. So this can this can, it makes somebody hell-bent, like determined, like they don't care if they screw you over, they don't care what happens. So they just want their material wealth, they just want their money, their riches, their whatever. And so you can see somebody like Bernie Madoff, somebody, a corrupt banker, or like somebody like that who does scams and who scams people for their, for their inherent for their net worth. Like I forget who the other guy was that did that. Gordon Gekko, Wolf of Wall Street kind of people. They'll they just think that material wealth is the end all be all of all existence, is to collect as much material wealth as you can possibly get your hands on, and stop at nothing to do that. However, material wealth, it's a tool. That's another discussion for another video. My thoughts and opinions on material wealth and things like that. But you can't take it with you. At the end of the day, you just can't take it with you. So it's important to focus on the things that are actually important. Psychological growth, evolution, things like that. So psychological stuff. So speaking of psychological stuff, your K2 placement is in the 8th house. So if you have Rahu in the 2nd house, you'll have K2 in the 8th house. And K2 wants to tell you, hey, that material stuff is not worth it. You need to meditate and absorb information and energy and teachings and wisdom and things like that from the 8th house, the house of transformation, transforming yourself from this material person to this spiritual person. And look, it's all about balance. At the end of the day, it's all about balance. So, you need money to survive, you need finances to survive. However, it shouldn't be an all-consuming thing that you will stop at nothing to achieve. There needs to be balance there. So, let's see. So Rahu in the 12th house, or sorry, in the 2nd house. What am I saying? Basically that's it. It'll make you very stingy. It'll like stop at nothing to achieve, that material wealth. So yeah, guys. Yeah, I guess that does it for me. For today. Rahu, just remember that Rahu wants to take you into, that material wealth and stuff like that. And this is also the 2nd house is how you feel about yourself. So it's going to make you feel, it could do a lot of things in this house, depending on a lot of things. So It might make you feel bad about yourself. It might make you a narcissist. It might make you feel like you're the top dog, you're the king of the world, but you gotta keep that stuff in check. It's okay to feel good about yourself. However, we're all equal, so we are all equal in the eyes of God, and we are all unconditionally loved by the universe. And when I say God, I mean the universe. So anyway, so that's about it for me for today. So if you have not checked my website out already, I would encourage you to do so. Go to gebotheshaman.com, and I have all kinds of stuff there. So you can see my Vedic Astrology certification courses up here. And so when you purchase that program and you take that test, that certification exam, I'll give you your own website to become a professional Vedic astrologer. And not only that, I'll promote you on the channel, and the good thing about that is you can take that business as far as you want. You can make it just a side income, or you can make it just or you can make it your full-time job, like a full-time business out of it. So it's all about self-promotion, and so anyway, guys, then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So I do readings where I talk about I do my standard reading, which is very unique, and I also do readings where I talk about your career and your relationships. So those are really good opportunities to learn more about your chart. And then we have the birth time rectification. So if you don't know your exact birth time, it is very important that you get it not down to the hour, not down to 10 minutes, but down to the minute. That is very extremely important, because your chart can change within the span of 2 minutes. So with my birth time rectification, I can promise you that I will get it down to the span of 1 minute. Alright, and then we have the distance energy healing. So that's great for psychological healing and psychological growth, things like that. A lot of people think that the distance energy healing is for just physical illnesses. However, it's not. It's 99% of physical illnesses, in my opinion. I am not a doctor. 99% of physical illnesses are, start from psychological stuff and emotional stuff. So when you stuff down your emotions, that has no choice but to manifest in your body as illness. So this distance energy healing really works on the emotional part of it. And then we have the career coaching and the life coaching. So that's great if you are struggling with motivation to do anything and things like that. There's a lot of things that can help you. So I'm looking forward to working with people around their passions and their motivations in life, their interests, because the truth is that you can have a successful career, doing whatever you want in life. It's just a matter of actually taking initiative on that and doing it. Alright, and then we have the Qigong courses. So we have the Cosmic Qigong, and the self-transformation course, challenge course. And so both of those programs are awesome for beginners, and if you want to really step it up to the next level, I have, this course right here has 3 levels to it. So I have level 1, level 2, level 3, and they're all, stepping up the energy levels so that you can handle more and more energy, and it stimulates more and more energy in your body. Alrighty guys, so I guess that's it for now for me for today. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one and take care. Peace.